He had been silent for the most part tonight, but his goal speaks volumes now. Len Barry gets a huge goal to send the Dragons ahead for the first time tonight.
That's one of those goals that you call a gift goal. The puck comes out to the point, comes across. Here it comes across the point. Great play by Berehowski down to Len Barry. Open net on the side. And those are goals that the Aeros certainly do not want to give up. An empty net goal, basically, because Berehowski was going to walk with the puck and Barry shoots it in the empty net.
Now the Dragons fire one ahead. The puck shot in. Shabbat has to get in front of it. Gord Donnelly will turn it around and throw it in. First lead of the night for San Antonio. Lots of hockey to go in the period. Aeros clear the zone, but it's controlled by Chapdelaine, and he'll fire it down the ice. Now Brian Straub in behind the net, and he'll break out with it as San Antonio sets up in their trap as Freer trying to break it ahead. Freer across the line, taken to the boards by Jason Miller. It was centered. It was popped away by Racine. Townsend chased it down. Now the puck cuts over to the near side for Daniel Schenk. It's back out at center, and Panalea brings it ahead.
That was an interesting breakout there from the Aeros with the centerman staying up high.
Shabbat gives the puck to Freer. Over, pass, May, shoots, Racine the save. He'll cover up and hold on. Alan May came cranking down the right side, and Freer sent a nice pass to him, but Bruce Racine got over and made a nice save with a minute and a half gone in the third. 4-3 San Antonio.
Alan May is one guy in camp that has been very, very good. And here you get a good look at Mark Freer. Just a nice little feather pass. Al May off the wing, right-handed shot. Drives it in. Bruce Racine was in a good position to make that save. And Alan May has had a couple shots tonight on net. And who are they counting on? He was on a championship team. You can never, ever have enough Alan Mays to win championships on your squad.
Yeah, won it with Utah last season. If the puck came down to Racine, and he'll take no chances and cover up and hold on.
He was very excited, Al May, to sign in Houston as he had played with the Dallas Stars 2 years prior. Enjoyed Texas, likely enjoyed the no state tax. Yeah. I'm sure all hockey players that come to Texas like that no state tax.
Here's Jakes with a long shot, blocked. It came over, Yo wanted to play it, Lamb lost an edge, and that's controlled by Hollis and back out at center ice. Now into the arrow end, Shabbat slows it for Houston. Jakes runs it up the boards. Lamb trying to bring it ahead. He was spun off the puck, but he'll advance it now. Pass a little too hard for Yo, and that'll go back down the ice.
It looks like the Aeros are trying to get it back in deep, playing smart hockey to get back in this game.
Now the Dragons bring it across the line. Guy Levesque, that's chipped away. Jakes trying to roll one ahead. And here's Al Conroy. Rink-wide pass jammed away. LaRose wanted to bring it in. That is offside. Face-off brought to center with 2.5 gone in the third. 4-3 San Antonio.
Well, when you talk about gut checks, Adam, coming out, getting that goal scored quickly on the Aeros, this is time to check it out. And Guy LaRose is one of those guys that we mentioned, came over on that trade. Great trade, I believe. It's going to work out to be a great trade for the Aeros. Once you get Bill Bowler in the lineup and get him going, Guy LaRose going, that should be very good additions to this Aeros lineup.
Len Barry fired the puck into Aero territory. Out of the net, Shabbat smacked one along the boards for Donnelly. He got it to Conroy, couldn't clear the zone, and Conroy will give it a go again behind the net. Send it over to Brian Straub. Straub moves it up and out of his end. Through center ice, he will carry the puck across the line. Give it to LaRose. Pass centered, but tipped away, and here come the Dragons. Breathing down the left side, sends one back. Here's the shot by McIntyre. That is blocked by Gord Donnelly. Got in way of a big shot from Dave McIntyre. Now the puck at center ice for Len Barry. He'll skate across the Aero blue line. Took a slash from Brian Straub. Now lets the shot go, and he fired it wide. Held in by Bilodeau at a left point. Jammed it back down for Len Barry. That's wrestled away by Straub. Into the corner for Panalev. Grigori Panalev, I think he's been probably their best forward for San Antonio tonight.
He has.
Here's a chance for Barry. The puck centered, knocked away. Shank centered, right back, but couldn't lead Panalev. Now a chance for Daniel Shank. He centered one. That's jammed away. Panalev got it back. Aeros getting caught chasing the puck a little bit in their end. Now LaRose will jump on it and move up and out at center ice. LaRose across the line. LaRose trying to make his move. He lost it, and we've got a penalty. And it might be on San Antonio. We'll sort it out when we return. Just about 4 minutes gone in the third period. The Aeros trail 4-3. We'll be back right after this, but first this word from Southwest Airlines. And the Aeros with a very important power play to try and get themselves back in this thing and tie it.
Well, we can see out there right now with Mark Freer and Mike Gill, Graham Townsend, is that with this power play unit, the idea is just to get the puck on the net and let those crashers crash in and hopefully pick up a garbage goal maybe.
Off the face-off, Panalev cleared it down the ice, and the Aeros will once again just seem to spend a lot of time starting their power plays from their own end. Lamb bobs and weaves, comes out of his end to Miles O'Connor, dumps the puck in, but back to a Champdelay, and he'll fire it along the boards, and right back down the ice it goes.
Well, when they get it in deep there, they want to get it all the way around where we have two players going in. You can't just get it in soft.
Lead pass too far for O'Connor. And once again, the Dragons will shoot it right back down the ice. Jason Miller will give pursuit as Lamb goes back, and he'll send the puck over to Miles O'Connor. O'Connor, lead pass, comes out at center ice. Shuchuk trying to bring it ahead. He had lost it. LaRose gobbled it up. LaRose brings it across the line. LaRose down the right side trying to cut in. Behind the net, Shuchuk centered it, but right there was Steve Osborne, and he'll come away for San Antonio and fire it down the ice.
Aeros having a tough time getting it in and getting it set up. They cannot get their setup.
San Antonio is beating them to a lot of the loose pucks right now, and they're hungry. Let's face it, they're hungry right now. LaRose sends one down for Lamb, spins it down Conroy, rolls it over to Shuchuk. 43 on the power play. Hurlbut shoots, deflected away. In there, Scott Hollis has it, cleared to the line, not out. Hurlbut got it down for Houston to Conroy. LaRose gives a look at it. Here's a chance, Lamb over to Hurlbut with 25 to go on the power play. Shuchuk to the line. Hurlbut tanked the drive. That was blocked by Osborne. Lamb had it poked off his stick, and there's a pass. It'll go right back to center ice.
Right now, the Dragons are beating the Aeros to all those loose pucks.
And the Aeros find themselves dumping it back in. Here is Shuchuk, left side. Trying to find a man to pass to. An ill-advised pass intercepted by Shank. Here he comes short-handed. Right in, shoots. Shabbat the save. He'll hold on just as the penalty had expired. And Shabbat had nowhere to go with it. And he'll hold on to it with 6 minutes gone in the third and a 4-3 San Antonio lead.
You can see here Freddie Shabbat with Daniel Shank coming down the wing. Daniel Shank has a tremendous shot off the wing, and Freddie Shabbat just stands tall, goes down, and takes it right in the stomach. And the one thing about Daniel Shank is his stick. He has one of the longest sticks in the IHL, which gives him that leverage to really come down on the puck. And plus, he has one of the ugliest curves. This curve on this guy's stick is like a paddle, so he can knock the pucks in. There, look at that stick, paddle all over the place.
Shank trying to get it out of there. Swept down the ice by the Aeros. Icing indicated as McIntyre goes back. And they'll bring the face-off back into the Aero end.
The Aeros got to get back and get their feet moving. The last 5 minutes, they came out the first 2 minutes, they were fine. The last 5 minutes, they're not moving their feet as well. You got to keep your feet moving. You got to keep making those 8 to 10 foot passes instead of those 20 foot rink wide passes. And Dave Tippett right now is trying to sort some stuff out and find a line combination that he can count on to go out there and get some good scoring opportunities. We had not really tested Bruce Racine this period, and in the second period, only at the start.
Yeah, I thought the last 10 minutes it was clearly San Antonio with the dominance of the play. Now on the face-off, Dragons have it. Here's Barahowski centering one. That's knocked away by Alan May. Cleared to the line. Roach held in for the Dragons. Now Len Berry popped it back. But it's intercepted by Yo. He'll come out at center ice. Mike Yo, and across the line, dumps it along the boards. And the Dragons will play it. McIntyre creamed to the wall. Here's a chance for May, gives it to Yo. Yo trying to shake off a check. He'll roll it down behind the net. Alan May in a battle with Barahowski. They wrestle for it to the corner, and Barahowski had fallen on it. And now May and McIntyre go at it. You know, Dave McIntyre don't know if you want to go with this guy. Isn't he an ex-Golden Gloves boxing champion?
Well, he's from Glasgow, Nova Scotia. Where am I from? Glasgow, Nova Scotia. I played some minor hockey with Dave McIntyre, and yes, I believe he was in the champ at his weight division when he was a young kid in Nova Scotia. And I'm going to have to talk to him tomorrow and make sure that Dave McIntyre was the champ, but I'm almost positive on that. Played a little minor hockey with him.
You know, it's a different thing when you're a boxer and a fighter on the ice. And first of all, he's a guy that doesn't fight, doesn't look for it, but regardless, a guy that can take care of himself.
I would be very careful of his left hand.
Yes. Here's a puck for Conroy in behind the net. Conroy getting set along the far board, scooped it down for Shuchuk. Shuffled the pass down now for Lamb. He centered it, but right off skates of Chapdelaine, and that is clear, but not out. O'Connor made a nice play to hold it in, and he was run into, and here's a 3-on-1 for San Antonio. The pass in, Panaland shoots, and he fanned on it. Big break for the Aeros, and now Lamb's the other way, but he had it popped away, and right back down the ice.
I don't know if that was a fan or Gary Shuchuk getting back again. Gary Shuchuk was back.
Now on the boards, here is Conroy across the line. Conroy shooting, that is blocked. Rebound, Townsend scores! Graham Townsend, and he's tied the game at 4, and here we go. What is this, the Alamo again?
It is a battle.
I think it was Townsend. There was a scrum for that loose puck, and regardless, whether it was Townsend or Conroy, the Aeros have reached down and tied this game at 4.
I'm almost positive it was Graham Townsend, who, if it is, would be his second goal. Hopefully we'll get another look here. Here we go. Shot from Al Conroy.
Lamb was in there as well, but I think it was Townsend.
There's Graham Townsend. And then he gets pushed in to Bruce Racine. Shot, get the puck in, get the puck in. There's that shot. There's Graham Townsend, and there he gets rocked into the net.
Well, the Aeros have tied this game at 4. And with his second of the night, I think he's a man on a mission. I mean, he had 3 goals in 3 games in the preseason.
Well, he should be. All he did all season was teach hockey schools. That's all he did. All off season was teach hockey schools. Well, it looks like in his teaching, he's taught himself some things.
Now, wait a minute. They've waved the goal off? Are you kidding me?
No. The goal is good.
They haven't put it up. Okay, there it is. Now they haven't put it up, and I'm watching. I was getting a little concerned there. I was watching some of the Aeros down there, and I thought maybe there was some argument going on. And, you know, an extra penalty also to add injury to insult.
Brian Sutherland cross-checked Graham Townsend in the net after a play. That's how that melee started.
And he got a penalty for it. So the Aeros are on the power play again.
With a chance to take the lead.
Tied at 4. Lamb. Works one out at center for Freer. And he caught an elbow from Billino. But the play goes on. Puck near side, Straub getting set. Straub on the power play. Hooked it down. Aeros maybe with a little momentum now. Straub, cross-ice pass, Lamb. Hooked it down to the corner. Yo trying to dig it out. It came out in front. Townsend, who's got 2 tonight. Townsend, back for Lamb. Sliced it down. Freer, waiting. Oh, he centered it, but didn't have anywhere to go with it. And then Chapdelaine fired it back. And that's a pretty smart play, but a very gutsy one, because that very easily could have been closing the fist on the puck, which is another penalty. But no, he made a smart play in tossing it back to Bruce Racine.
It was almost like he was playing tiddlywinks there. Just tossing it back. He's got no stick. He cannot put his hand totally on it.
Wait a minute, tiddlywink. We've had hanky-panky, we've had tiddlywink. Troy, what are you trying to say?
Well, I'll blame it on, I've been listening a little bit to Daryl Ray, who does the Dallas games, and I think I've been getting a little off him.
Oh, wow.
So, Daryl, if you're listening tonight in Dallas, thanks for all the tips.
Wow. Comments expressed on this program are solely that of Troy Gamble. And Anything he said can and will be used against him. Here's a chance. Conroy shoots, and he cranked one off the glass. Aeros still on the power play for another minute. Hurlbut chased it back at the point. Had it knocked away, got it back. Faked the shot. Hooked it down to Shuchuk. Shuchuk looking down on the power play. Moved to the circle to Conroy. 53 to go. Here's a centering pass that just missed LaRose. Lamb's got it. Lamb at a point, getting set. Mark Lamb danced it over to Hurlbut with 44 on the power play. Faked the shot. Cuts it over to Shuchuk. Aeros with a chance to take the lead. Hurlbut shoots, stopped by Racine. Rebound, trickled just wide. Conroy was fighting for it, couldn't get there. And the Dragons with a big clear there.
What a shot from Mike Hurlbut to get it on the net. Now Conroy's determination just to get a second shot away.
Now the Aeros in transition. Lamb to center, trying to scamper up ice. Mark Lamb, forechecked a little bit by Shank. Having all kinds of trouble trying to shake him off, and finally goes over to Hurlbut. Give Daniel Shank a lot of credit. He's wreaked havoc there. Now Shuchuk got by Shank. Shuchuk at center, dumped it in. Aeros go in after it, but the Dragons are back, and that has slammed the length of the ice. And that'll do it for the power play. In fact, it came after the power play. That's an icing call, and play is whistled down. Timeout on the ice. 10:21 to go in the third. The Aeros get a big goal from Graham Townsend to tie it at 4. Back after this.
It has the most powerful gas and diesel engines of any full-size pickup.
Are going to get thirsty. Life is a sport. Drink it up. And the Aeros in a tight one. Back at even strength. Here's O'Connor. Sends one over to Krupke. Lets the shot go. Whoa, a toe save made by Racine there. And it's picked up by Barry and scooped down at center, but Krupke waiting for it. Steers it in, but Barahowski goes back. Tides have turned a wee bit now in favor of the Aeros after the Dragons really controlled play for the start of this period in the latter part of the second.
All of a sudden, the Aeros have found their legs once again in their skating.
At center, Drake Barahowski, forecheck by Yo. And the puck is dumped in. Krupke will go back to play it in behind the cage with 9:43 to go in the third, tied at 4. Lamb at center. He'll dump the puck in. Back to play it is Brian Sullivan. Sullivan up the board. Move it out to center. Panalev shakes off a check of Lamb. How strong is he? Sullivan centered. And that pass deflected away. LaRose smacked it up the boards, and Straub will clear it ahead just behind Alan May. Chapdelaine for San Antonio. Bangs one back to center, and Gord Donnelly is there. Donnelly's pass for Lamb. A little bit hard, and Donnelly will have to go back into his own end and try it again. With 9 minutes to go in the third. Hard pass along the board came to Guy LaRose. He'll move it up and out at center. Trying to lead Conroy. In across the line. Offsides with Alan May. And play whistle down. Let's take another timeout. 4-4 from Freeman Coliseum. Back after this. Got Brubaker and his club with a lot of grit, and I think maybe we've kind of overshadowed Dave Tippett and his grit, and I think it's rubbed off tonight. The Aeros had a comfortable 3-1 lead, and it melted away. In fact, till they were trailing 4-3, but they battled back and tied it on a couple of goals by Graham Townsend. Now, the Dragons back to action. Shoot it back out at center, and Hurlbut is there, trying to fire one ahead. Hurlbut launched it for Al Conroy, who is out there with Shuchuk and Eric Kluche. Kluche pursues as he goes hard to the boards. Battle for the puck, and it's cleared by San Antonio the length of the ice. Panalev gives chase. It's icing if the Aeros get there. Jakes did, and they'll touch icing the call.
Smart play by the Aeros defenseman there. Mike Hurlbut was going back, but he said, I look it up. There's Panalev. He holds him up a little bit and sends Jakes back to go get the icing.
And Jakes got over there, and Steve Jakes, as you see his numbers, 3 goals, 16 assists for 19 points.
Who this summer had a great summer job.
What was that? Oh,
Michael Petroleum.
That's right, I knew that.
With Glenn Hart and those people over at Michael Petroleum, who a few of them are here. Brad Petruck's here tonight. Who were involved.
Have you seen Glenn? Is he here?
I haven't seen Glenn Hart here tonight, but Jakes did a computer program for them. They said that he was a spectacular employee.
Yeah, Glenn Hart, the minority owner of the Aeros, as the puck was just wide of Bruce Racine. We haven't seen the majority owner, Chuck Watson, who I understand was supposed to be here. A lot of Aeros here, a lot of fans here as the puck brought over the line ahead, or I should say behind of the player that went in ahead of the player, and that is offside. 8:09 to go in the third. And once again, I want to remind everybody tomorrow, the home opener, the Aeros and the same San Antonio Dragons. And once again, I want to remind everybody, our radio flagship station, KKHT, with Rice football, will not be carrying us. So you will find us in one place and one place only, 740 KTRH. For tickets, 629-3700. Folks, get out to the game. It is going to... You're looking at two teams that are very evenly matched. You've got a very hard-working San Antonio team, and you've got the Aeros that have got a lot of grit and determination, and it's going to be a wild one tomorrow night.
And if no other reason, you can come look at myself and Adam Gordon in tuxedos.
Oh, boy. Now you've done it. You just cost him another 1,000 tickets. Puck is back at center ice. Here comes Panalev in across the line. Make that Loach round. I thought it was 13-32. Loach that dumped it in. O'Connor for Houston. Rolled it up for Mike Yeo. Straub into this one for sure. They've been into it all night. Puck is dumped in. Racine came out of the net. And he'll clear it, but not out. Greer waits for it. Greer trying to center one, but Len Barry takes over. Barry scampers to center with Loach and Shea. He's dumped in, and Straub will go back.
And Len Barry gave me a little bit of a snowball today. He said he was out of shape, but he skated pretty well tonight.
Yeah. Straub smacked with the length of the ice. No icing. They say that San Antonio could have played it, so no icing. Drake Barahowski will fire one ahead. That's a two-line pass and play a whistle down. The Aeros, by the way, then get a week off, and then next week, Dave Tippett and the boys will be in Salt Lake City Friday night and Saturday. Friday will be a radio-only game on KKHT. Saturday will be the debut of the Houston Aeros on KNWS Channel 51.
And plus, a night that I can redeem myself after this performance so far tonight.
Troy, don't sell yourself short. You're a tremendous loan. No, you've done a terrific job, Troy.
I'm sure I'll hear that on the way home tonight.
No. All right. Away come the Dragons, but it's intercepted by Lamb. He'll bring it across with Shutchuk. Lamb steered one down. Shutchuk going in there with McIntyre. Now Osborne trying to move one away. Conroy fires his body into the man. Conroy. Now to Shutchuk. And it's rolled down and back out at center, and the Dragons will turn it around. But Brian Straub takes that away, and the Aeros back in possession. Donnelly. Fires one in there, high off the glass. It'll bounce to Lamb. He's run into by McIntyre. Loose puck along the boards, and here come the San Antonio Dragons. Puck on edge across the line for Osborne. Rolled one over. Here's a chance in front. The shot blocked loose. And Shabbat was there as the referee loses sight of the puck. That all started on Guy Levesque's charge. Levesque is a little upset, but Shabbat will make a nice save and hold on. And Shabbat once again slow to get up. Now he's getting up his stick with a couple of stiff rights. Straub with an overhand right, and then Straub down.
As you said, the whole entire play started with Guy Levesque. Came back and made a tremendous play there.
And I'm sure they'll be matching majors to both Straub and Levesque. Let's take a look and see how it got started, Troy. Levesque really made a nice play in there, and Shabbat made a good save.
Brady's down on the ice, taking away all the lower part of the ice, pounces on the puck. And then just a couple little face washes. Brian Straub gets one in the chops, and away he goes.
So that got the crowd going. Brian Straub went with him there. And referees getting everything. And now, Dave Tippett.
Well, he took both players
I don't know what Tippett's complaining about.
away. So I tend to me to believe. Well, let's listen in here.
Hollis, 2 and a 5. Straub 5. So just matching majors and minors. So no loss of manpower. But they'll both be done for the night with only 6:19 to go and a 4-4 game and a very critical face-off to the left of Freddie Chabot. The Aeros have really been dominated by San Antonio in the face-off circle tonight, so everything really magnified in a tight tilt such as this one. Top of the puck and the Aeros have it. Nice win there for Freer. And it'll
Center ice for the Aeros, and Krupke will slide it ahead. Shoot Chuck tied up along the boards, and now Hurlbut will give it a try. Pass is intercepted by Rod Miller. Miller sat out last night's game with a suspension, and he is back in the lineup tonight. Shuchuk at center for Houston. Gives it to Krupke. That's knocked down by Mark Rogers. Mark Rogers, a pass ahead for Vasiliev, and here they come. Vasiliev makes the move, lost an edge. Loose puck to Hurlbut, who had a stick tied up, trying to get it out of harm's way. Krupke is there to smack it off the boards. It's back out at center. Just underway from Salt Lake City in a scoreless game as the puck is shot in, and offside's the call.
The Aeros are off to a good start again tonight, and there's a good shot of Rob Dobson, who tonight I think is going to have a spectacular game. And the one thing about Rob Dobson is that he's got all brand new equipment this year. Brand new gloves, brand new pads, and they're a model called Coho, and they look great on him.
Also brand new number, 32. He wore 31 last year.
Well, yeah, he wanted to switch it up a little bit after last year, and I think that's a very good move.
Yeah. What was it with last year's goalie switching everything up? You got stuck up here.
That was a big switch.
Big. Face-off controlled by Sheva Turkin. Vladimir Sheva Turkin, and he shoots it down the ice. Icing indicated as Brian Straub will go back, and play is whistled down. They'll face it back off to Mark MacArthur. Brian Straub, one of the new acquisitions on the defense, and Dave Tippett hoping that this guy will be a tremendous impact on the power play.
Well, Brian Straub will be an impact player on the power play. He's one of those guys that it looks like you should do more against him when you play against him, but it's so tough to get around him, and he might look awkward out there sometimes. He always gets the job done.
Plays usually that unit with Lamb. Steve Jakes out for his first shift. He sat out last night's game for a suspension. He'll get a go tonight. Puck along the boards. Jakes pinching. Tying up along the boards. Jakes trying to muscle a free Yo in there as well, but it's scooped away by Vladimir Sheva Turkin and rolled over to Gordon Denis. He's bumped by Al May, and now Chris Marinucci. He's pushed along the board. And Levers cleared to the line out at center ice. Levers not credited with the game-winning goal, but the back-breaking goal, if you will. It was the Jan Kaminsky who scored the fourth goal, which is considered the game-winning goal, as the puck brought in offside, and a play whistled down. As there's one of the new guys, Rob Balasevic, and he's a guy that slowly has earned himself more and more ice time.
Well, Rob came to camp as a free agent, and he's just been awesome for Dave Tippett in the Aeros. The one thing, he went to Lake State, Lake Superior College, up north of Michigan, won 2 championships. You cannot have enough of these championship guys. His brother plays in Louisiana. That's where he played last year in the East Coast League.
Face-off out at center. Here's a look at Lamb with Townsend and LaRose. Last night they put Bill Bowler on with LaRose, but Dave Tippett looking for a little stronger effort from Bill Bowler tonight. He's going to mix up the lines a little bit and try and get Bowler a little better combination. Lamb, he'll come out with a puck. Mark Lamb, he'll carry to center. Mark Lamb to the right side. Orjog tipped it away, and that is offside once again. So kind of a whistle-filled start. That gives us a second to talk about the officials tonight. Our referee is Brad Davis. And the linesmen tonight are Steve Metcalf and Jim Tedesco. Let's look at Jimmy Tedesco.
The one thing that must be concerning for Dave Tippett is the Aeros have led every game this year. And that is a concern for Dave Tippett. He's wondering why. We get the first goal. Why can't we continue it?
He made it quite clear. We seem to find ways to shoot ourselves in the foot. Hopefully the holster will not be carrying the gun. It'll be carrying a couple of goals and maybe a win. Townsend back into the Utah zone for Mark Lamb. Lamb watched by Kaminsky, trying to get it in there. Townsend picked it free. Townsend looks in front, worked it back. Krupke, long shot deflected. They score! Guy LaRose after MacArthur. Got a piece of it. Aeros push it in there, and again, they take a 1-0 lead with 2:13 gone in the first.
All around, great play from Graham Townsend to get it back to Gord Krupke to get it down on the net. Gord Krupke just shot it on the net. Guy LaRose was Johnny on the spot. Put it in. It was actually deflected. Here it goes back to the point to Gord Krupke, who's going to just get it on the net. And look who's right there. Guy LaRose, right spot at the right time.
He set up the first goal last night. This time he gets the first goal.
And this is something Dave Tippett's been stressing. Get the puck on the net.
Now we get a look at Bill Bowler. He's out there with Shoot and Freer as the Grizzlies are offsides. And this is a key point right here. And we touched upon it a little bit last night in the broadcast, that after a goal, the Aeros need to come back with an even stronger shift. They found themselves giving up goals right away against San Antonio. And now that Guy LaRose has given his team the 1-0 lead, hopefully they can hold on to it and build on it.
Well, certainly they want to build on it. This is a big shift right now with Bill Bowler.
Off the face-off, Rob Settler. He'll jam it into the arrow end, and Thompson knocked it down. Jakes behind the cage, harassed by Vasiliev, and Shuchuk will clear to Bowler. Bowler launches it ahead for Freer, trying to advance the puck. It's cleared, and the Grizzlies take over. Mark Rogers in across the line. Rogers cutting in, centered. Here's Vasiliev. Can get a backhander away. Vasiliev crashed to the board by Jakes. Now the puck behind the net. Vasiliev, give it to Claude Lapointe. Lapointe centered, and then the net becomes dislodged as Vasiliev and Jakes get into it. Now Jakes sticks high. Rogers gets in there with Jakes, and the linesmen get in there to break it up.
Last night the game was very, very clean game. Bill Bowler, who Dave Tippett is expecting a little more from Bill Bowler, and today he had a little talk with Bill Bowler, and I walked back with Bill at the hotel, and you know, he's going to have a game tonight. He has his game face on very early tonight.
They'll keep the face off in the arrow end, and Butch Goring. Boy, this guy hasn't won much in his career, has he?
Spectacular, I'd tell you, unbelievable. And Butch Goring, I had Butch Goring as a coach 10 years ago in junior. He was not that good of a coach. He really wasn't, but he's developed into being the best coach.
Well, we touched upon how he's adapted with the different teams. Last year was a team he felt that he didn't have a lot of offense. He'd have to win by defense. This year he thinks it's offense.
He had a great quote. He said, this is not a Butch Goring team. I have to coach with what team I have.
Good point. I also like the other, I won't get into it. I was going to use another quote, and I thought, well, Troy, better not. 1-0 Aeros lead it, just underway. First period from the Delta Center. Glad to have you with us here on KNWS and on KKHT 106.9 FM. Puck out at center ice. Marinucci passes over to Robert Woodward. Get across the line. Get up with a check along the board by LaRose. He's got the arrow goal, Guy LaRose does. Here's Levers trying to shake off a check. Ran into Hurlbut. Here's a shot, went just wide. Nordberg chased it down into the corner. LaRose popped him there. Now the puck scoots to the near side, and Mike Hurlbut is there. Hurlbut over to Mark Lamb. Moved to center for Guy LaRose, and now it is Townsend across the line. Townsend centered for Lamb. Lamb sends to Townsend, shoots, and he whistled a wrist shot just wide of the net. Brian Straub getting set, rolled it in behind the net, but it was intercepted by Marinucci, and the former Kobe Baker Award winner clears it out at neutral ice. 1-0 Houston, 3.5 gone in the first. Krupke smacks it into the Utah zone. Townsend in after it, but Sheba Turkin is there for the Grizzlies. It's rolled along the board. Fighting for it is Krupke. Loose puck jumped on by Utah, and here comes Kaminsky. His pass to Vladimir Orjak, that's offsides in play, is whistled down. Let's take time out. 4 minutes gone in the first period. 1-0 Aeros back after this. Timmy, how's everything going? All right? All right.
You want to get a shot of...
Yeah, if we have time, let's come back with May. 16 on the bench. Yeah. Troy, bring us back with a score, and then just go right into May. Talk about, I'm sure, are we having problems with that score clock too small? Shoot. Wow. I don't know what we're going to do there, Timmy.
Are we going to come back with May?
Yeah, I don't know. Will you have May? Okay. You got it. Bring us back, score, and just right into it.
Aeros 1, Utah nothing. In the first, and picture of Al May there, they had a little ring ceremony for him last night.
Yeah, won the Turner Cup last year, and Butch Goring presented it to him, gave him a quick handshake, says, now, get back on your bench, leave me alone. He was a integral part of that team, tough, gritty competitor, and that's what the Aeros are counting on from him this year. Puck is in the Houston zone, lobbed into the corner. Straub trying to advance it, uses the glove, which is perfectly legal in your own end, and he'll send it over to Gordon Krupke, but he can't clear. It's knocked down by Kaminsky. He turns with Orjak, but it's chipped away. Alan May got over there. Orjak near boards, rolled it to Craig Fisher. He's a handful. Fisher cutting back, makes the move, looks for the pass, launched it to the circle, and Al May is there. And May will turn in his own end, crank it along the boards. Hard pass came over, and it was cleared to center ice by Yo. Nice play there.
Very good play, just to get it out of the zone. That's all Mike Yo wanted.
Now Ron Aldoff. He'll turn it around for Utah, and up ice they come. Jan Kaminsky through the neutral zone, pass intercepted, but Aldoff got it back. Aldoff shoots the puck into the arrow end. Loose for Fisher, trying to barrel down that right side, but a hard check from Sver Sears. Rogers goes in to play it for Fisher. Walks right out in front, he centered it, but the Arrows were able to clear it. The Arrows kind of miscommunicated a little bit on defense, and it nearly cost them.
Well, it almost did. It was just a sharp play just to get it out of the zone. And now we have a whistle.
Fans, the speed, the hits, it's all hockey. Whether you need to entertain clients, reward employees, or just want a few nights out with friends and family, the Houston Aeros have season ticket packages for you. Enjoy discounts on Aeros merchandise and skating at Aerodromes. Call 627-AERO right now. Operators are on duty. 627-AERO. Houston Aeros Hockey Sports, the way it ought to be.
Very good start for the Aeros here tonight. Team defense is very sharp tonight. They're playing from the inside out. They're forcing the Grizzlies from the inside out. And that's what Dave Tippett wants. He wants to give, you have to give shots, give them from the outside.
Face off to the right of Dobson. Bowler wins the draw. And the Arrows did a tremendous job, I thought, last night in the face-offs.
A lot better than the first two games against San Antonio.
Hurlbut in his own end for Houston, flangs it out at center. Grizzlies trying to turn it around. It's Mark Rogers, the hero in Game 4 of the Turner Cup Finals. Slides to Vasiliev. He cuts to the slot, shoots. That's blocked by Bowler. And Dobson, thinking he's more like Air Jordan, lunging high in the air to grab it. He'll hold on. And one thing I know about that play, he did not learn that from you, Troy Gamble.
No, he did not learn that from me. It was almost like he was trying to slam dunk a basketball, how high he got up there. And that's tough. We're going to watch it here. Good play by the Grizzlies to gain the zone. They back up Steve Jakes. Gets a shot, and it goes high up in the air. Watch Rob Dawson jump up. And I'm going to tell you, folks at home, is that is with approximately 30 pounds of goalie equipment.
Yeah, well, and that's without the new Air Dobson skates that are due out after this game. All right, Miller off the faceoff. Shot went just wide. Picked up by LaRose. Turns to the corner. He's tipped by Rogers. Shakes off the check. LaRose bangs it along the boards. And in behind the net, it's Steve Jakes. Jakes, his pass to Lamb, and the Arrows have a 3-on-2 if they hustle. Lamb dumps the puck in. LaRose gives chase. Out of the net, MacArthur fires it along the boards. Jakes moving down the right side, but Rogers takes it away. He'll lob it ahead. And here come the Grizzlies. Arrows got caught up ice. 3-on-1. Grizzlies right in. And a terrific defensive play by Hurlbut, plunging over there to close down the passing lane. The Arrows didn't get back in their forecheck. They didn't have their usual two guys back. They had a guy up, but they did happen to have one. It was Mike Hurlbut. He made a great play. Now Vasiliev behind the net. Worked on by Jakes. Vasiliev trying to shake off the check. Vasiliev, nice move, cuts in, center, and there's Dobson to make the save. He'll hold on. Oh, Andrei Vasiliev. I don't know what it takes to corral him outside of super glue Velcro and a steel ball, and even then he was able to get in there, but Dobson holds on.
What a great play by Mike Hurlbut to break up that 3-on-1, and then he had to deal with Vasiliev down low. Look how shifty this guy is. It's unbelievable. Just dances out there on his feet.
And the scary part about it is we have to buy extra videotape just to carry all his replays. They take forever. He holds the puck for so long.
Well, he is a highlight film on his own.
Yeah. Now off the face-off, Marinucci rolled it back to Ron Aldoff. Long shot, glove save made by Dobson. Saw it the whole way with 6.5 gone in the first period. Arrows lead it by a score of 1-0.
There we see that team defense. The Arrows lost the draw, but it was an easy shot from the point. Rob Dobson saw it all the way and makes an easy glove save. And that's what Dave Tippett, if you lose the draw, you have to do something to get back the puck. And there, they just picked up their men.
Grizzlies win the draw, but they can't find the handle on it. It sails back into their own end. Aldoff fires it over to Jeff Sharples. He was met by Shuchuk. Krupke with it, lost it. And it's picked up by Shuchuk and shot into the Utah zone. MacArthur turns it around to Rob Aldoff. Grizzlies bring it out to center. Knocked away by Freer. And Bowler trying to find the handle. But the Grizzlies turn it around. Here comes Robert Nordberg. He's dumped by Krupke. Crowd wanting a penalty. No. Krupke went right to the body there. Now picked up by Houston. Freer across line. Gives to Bowler. Trying to cut in around Marinucci. Bowler jammed it in behind the net, but Marinucci intercepts it. It's picked up by Nordberg and brought out at center. Ran into his own man, Levers, and the Arrows turn it around. Back at their own blue line. It's Krupke. Give it to Shuchuk. Ran into Nordberg, and the Grizzlies get it back. Aeros on top by a score of 1-0. Sharples will advance the puck. Quasi pass for Vladimir Orzhov, but that is turned around, and now Fisher gives it a try. He lost it. Straub lost it. Now the Utah Grizzlies have it. Kaminsky tied up by Valasevic, and the Aeros turn it around. Tucky. He'll roll a yo and move it up and out of the zone.
Very smart play by Rob Valasevic. Strong on his feet.
Now a penalty coming up to Alan May as he bulldogged Vladimir Orzhov, and we will sort this out when we return. 1-0. Aeros lead at 12:18 to go in the first. We'll be back to the Delta Center after this. I think they're working on that replay. Penalty. Yeah, they got to do the penalty. Okay. Aeros lead at 1-0. Alan May in the box for roughing.
Well, he just took a little run there, and roughing was the call. Get a good look here. As you would say, Adam, he bulldogged him into the boards.
Vladimir Orzhov in his grasp and fired him to the boards, and now the Aeros shorthanded for the first time tonight. They did a terrific job killing all the power plays last night that the Grizzlies had. Puck is shot over the glass and play whistled down once again. As they've got the shots here, and they are saying the shots are, well, now they finally put a shot up on for the Aeros, but they say the shots are only 2-1. Well, how can they say that? I mean, but they've got one, and Pete Deneen, I'll tell you, he has had his hands full here trying to get things stabilized in this hockey club.
Exactly, and tonight he has only 5 defense tonight, so he's actually got to work on the bench because he's got to rotate only 5.
Off the face-off, Aeros have it, trying to clear off this penalty, and it's shot down the ice. Out of that, Mark MacArthur, and he'll roll it along the boards. It's up and out at center ice and back into Houston Aero territory. Icing is going to be called on Utah as Mike Hurlbut goes back. 1:38 left in the May penalty. 11:56 to go in the first period. 1-0 Houston.
Mike Hurlbut has been Dave Tippett's best defenseman so far in this early season. He came to camp in terrific shape and has really played well. And the one thing that he's done well is that when he's on the power play, he gets the puck on the net.
Yeah, and shooting it more.
Shooting it more, and shooting it with high velocity.
Face off in the Utah zone to the right side of Mark MacArthur. As Lamb will go in against Jan Kaminsky. A couple of number 7s going at it. Sticks down top of the puck. Lamb had won it, but it came right to Vasiliev. And the Grizzlies take over. Gord Deneen. He'll move it up ice. Deneen, the pass, carved out the center for Kaminsky. Hits the line. Poke checked away. That'll teeter the blue line, but chased down by Zettler. Zettler got it to Vasiliev. He's got Kaminsky all alone in front. He centered it, but a bit of a hand grenade. Had a little too much loft on that. Now Vasiliev to Kaminsky. He's out to a Fisher, Deneen, Zettler, and now the puck worked up by Zettler. Zettler moving down the left side. Has Vasiliev in the front, rolled it behind the cage, chased down by Kaminsky. Aeros have a minute left to kill on the power play as it's blasted up and out of the zone. Puck is out at center ice. And here is Gord Deneen. He'll roll the puck to Zettler as he's watched by Shewchuk. From the neutral zone come the Grizzlies. Here is Jan Kaminsky across the line. Dropped it back for Fisher with 45 to go on the power play. Vasiliev near side. Andre Vasiliev tipped it back to Gord Deneen. Launched it back to Vasiliev as the Grizzlies work the perimeter, but the Aeros come up with it. Here's Hurlbut, and he'll shoot it down the ice.
Excellent job by the Aeros to jump on all the loose pucks. The one thing that they're doing tonight is when they do get it, they get it all the way down the ice to make the Grizzlies come 200 feet.
22 seconds left in the Al May penalty. Here's a puck out at center, and it's shot in, but blocked by Valasevic, who fell. And they're going to blow that down on the offside. So the Aeros get a little bit of a break after Valasevic stepped on the puck. 15 seconds left to Al May. 10.5 to go in the first. Aeros on top, 1-0.
The Aeros have played very well, and Valisevic, who came from the Louisiana Ice Skaters, who the Aeros now have a little affiliation in the East Coast Hockey League. So Aeros fans, you might see a few more Gators up here with the Aeros.
The other guy, Eric Boucher, who had some time with the Louisiana Ice Skaters last season. Ron Alduff on the power play, starts it at center, shot at the Sharples. It's in Aero territory. Fired ahead, and the Aeros bust out with it shorthanded. Freer, he'll bring it across the line. Wide, shoot. That's deflected by Sharples, and that will do it really for the power plays. There's just 1 second left to Alan May's penalty. 10:19 to go in the first. Aeros on top 1-0.
They had the presentation to Al May of his ring, and I saw a picture of the ring. The rings had to go back to get a little more work done on them. They look terrific, and they're actually made in Houston by the Diamond Cutters International.
There are the two Turner Cup banners. 1-1 in Denver. And that's the one on the left that you see if you're watching on KNWS. And yes, we know they kept the cup. They don't let you forget that.
No, they kept the cup, and the rings have 2 cups on them to symbolize both rings, both wins.
So what is that for Butchie now? 6? 4 Stanley Cup and 2 Turner Cup?
I don't know. I don't have enough fingers and toes.
Oh, he's going to run out. Penalty's over now to Alan May, and the Aeros back at even strength. Here is Townsend shoots the puck in. It'll go out of the net for MacArthur, but instead Zettler plays it, and Vasiliev moves it ahead with Rogers and Claude Lapointe. Rink-wide pass got by Freer. Oh, but he reached back and played it away from Lapointe. Headsy play there by Mark Freer, and the puck is loose at neutral ice. Zettler, forechecked by Graham Townsend. We talked about at the top of the telecast how he's been such a power forward, just going up and down his wing. Here's the point the other way with a shot right on, and Dobson makes the save. And I guess if you're looking for something good, the scoring chances as far as this point to Rob Dobson, none, really. I mean, there's a scoring chance, if you will, but not of the quality that we've seen to Freddie Shabbat the first 3 games.
Exactly. And here, the one thing you're going to notice is Rob Dobson on the top of his goal crease. He's out, he's challenging. That shot's not going to score on Rob tonight. Right on the top of the goal crease and in great position to make the save.
Rob Dobson, very motivated. He's got a different look about him this year. I mean, he's still the same carefree, easygoing guy. And, you know, I thought it was maybe one of the big signings you talked about, not only because he's going to have to spell Freddie Shabbat for 10, 15 games, but I can't think of anybody better in the locker room.
Exactly. He's great in the locker room. The one thing I've noticed about Rob this year, his work ethic is second to none on the Aeros.
Face-off in the circle to the right side of Rob Dobson. I don't know what they're waiting for. Butch Goring yelling at Brad Davis, but Frederick Shabbat, who's backing up tonight, and it's good for him. Let him sit back and just, you know, not have to worry about it.
And plus, there's another game tomorrow against the Las Vegas Thunder.
And we talked about it. It'd be a tough decision if the Aeros win. You know, what do you do tomorrow?
Dave Tippett would love to have that decision.
Yep. Here's Brian Straub out at center. He'll jump on it and move it into the Utah zone. Mark Lamb reversed it behind the cage. Shoot chuck roll to the head for Lamb. Now center, Chase finding, shooting. MacArthur saving, but there was Kaminsky, and he was able to get it out of there. Picked up by Sheba Turkin for Utah. Gives to Deneen. Bumps it along the boards. It's up and out at center ice for Vladimir Orjak. Tipped it ahead. Kaminsky's in with Fisher. Right in on goal. 2-on-1 shoots. And he missed the net. Or did Dobson get a glove on that? I'm not so sure Dobson didn't get a glove on, but Kaminsky rifling that puck, trying to go upper left corner on Rob Dobson. And Kaminsky got panned and just missed the net.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Kaminsky took that shot, and it went off the crossbar, and he snaps it high glove right off the crossbar and out of here. And Rob Dobson, again, though, was in good position. If that was going to be a goal, that was going to be a heck of a shot.
All right, well,
wow.
He did have Dobson. But that's a lot of credit to Dobson being in the right position, making him say, hey, if you're going to beat me, beat me.
Exactly. He was on top of the crease again, Adam.
All right, Aeros back now, and they'll move the puck around. Here is Hurlbut. They're cranking off the boards. And it's up and out at center ice. Shot back. Hurlbut trying to advance it in across the line. Hurlbut winding, shooting. I don't know, MacArthur the save. Here's a chance for Valisevic. Valisevic gives to Alan May. Watched by Orjak. Turn to the corner. Came to Valisevic. He bumps in there with Kaminsky. Kaminsky will move it ahead, and here come the Grizzlies to center. Orjak overskated. The Aeros regroup. 8:34 to go in the first. 1-0. Aeros lead it. Yo, across the line. Snapshot. MacArthur, left-hand save. Puck center. Kaminsky will move that away, and now Fisher creamed along the boards, and it's loose at center for Gord Deneen. Deneen rolled it ahead, but that's blocked by Sears, and the Grizzlies will regroup. Deneen to his line. Fired one ahead, and Fisher, he might be in alone if Sears didn't get over there, but Sears got there at the nick of time. And then Levers pushed from behind by Krupke, and a penalty coming up to Krupke, and we'll sort it out when we return. 1-0, Aeros lead at 8:08 to go in the first, back after this. That's a questionable call there. Oh, no. Don't even. They better have something because we had a meeting. Well, what do we do for radio? All right, all right. Well, either that or have radio cast the news. Have radio cast the news and just join us. All right. Strikes early and often. I like that.
As we were saying off camera here, is that it was a little questionable of a call.
It looked like Levers turned a little bit.
Exactly, and here we get a good look at it. They go in both hard.
Maybe. Good call. That's good. That's a close call. But that's a good call. So, a good call by referee Brad Davis, and the Aeros shorthanded for the second time tonight. And again, that goes back to what we said last night, the discipline.
Advantage of the replay right there, Adam.
Now Ron Aldoff out at center, gives it to Nordberg in across the line. Nordberg cuts right in on goal. He got around Straub, shoots, and Dobson with a nice save as Robert Nordberg walked right around Brian Straub and went in on Rob Dobson, and Dobson makes a nice save.
What a great save by Rob Dobson. He laid out his stick to force the shot, and we're going to get a good look here. He gets around Straub, and instead of Dauber lays out the stick and forces him to shoot, and he's down in that crouch position. Watch the stick here. The stick is going to get out. Ooh, could not go anywhere. Rob Dobson in good position and cradles that puck.
Face-off left of Dobson. Levers in the face-off circle against Lamb, and Levers wins it back. Snap it to Aldoff. Now to Marinucci, worked it back to line. Aldoff getting set on the power play. Chris Sharples, maybe one of the top defensemen in the IHL as far as power plays go. I put him right up there with a Todd Richards of Orlando. Sharples, top of the slot, rolls to Nordberg, right back Sharples, keys it up, whoop, wanted to pull the trigger, don't pull it in the gun, and now try it again. Nordberg, back to Sharples, he'll let it go, shot went wide and may have grazed the outside of the net. A minute 15 to go in the Utah power play. Nordberg shot it back to the line, but it was cleared and back into the Utah zone.
Utah's going to try a quick turn-up right here.
Yep, minute 8 to go in the power play. Here come the Grizzlies out at center ice. Brought in Sharples, pass, Levers, cutting right in. Levers trying to find an angle to get the shot away. Levers bumped along the boards, picked up by Nordberg, cuts it down. Marinucci dropped it back. Here's the shot right on. Dobson, save, rebound. Dobson with the save, and he will hold on as Nordberg was in there. And Dobson will hold on. 6:58 to go in the first. Aeros lead at 1-0. 50 seconds left in the Krupke penalty.
It all started with a very good shot from Jeff Sharples. The shot gets through. Jeff Sharples just takes that snapshot that you were talking about, Adam, a rebound, and Rob Dobson in good position again, but Jeff Sharples has one of the hardest wrist shots. There's another look in the IHL.
Yeah, with Jeff Sharples, they needed to keep him because they got rid of one of the hardest shots in Jason Herter, who signed with Kansas City this year.
And you need that shot. You need that fear of that guy that has that shot from the point. Aeros, Mike Hurlbutt, Grizzlies, Jeff Sharples.
Face-off, right side of Dobson. Top of the puck, Grizzlies win the draw. Back to the line for Gordonine. Turns center, here's the shot. Dobson is there as Jan Kaminsky steered it on goal. And Dobson was very alert here in the early going with under 7 minutes to play in the opening period. 1-0 Houston.
Well, Dauber's very fresh, and he was very excited about the
Face off left side of Rob Dobson. And it's cranked along the boards by Hurlbut. And it's back down the ice. MacArthur slows with just over half a minute remaining in the Grizzly power play. Their second power play of the night. Gordini, pass out at center for Zettler. Launched it into Aero territory. Back is there. Sears cranked it to the corner. Kaminsky is in there. Picked up by Guy LaRose and rolled the lab. It's back out at center ice. 15 seconds left in the power play. Here come the Grizzlies. Fisher overskated it. Lamb tried to bring it up. And it is controlled by Utah right at center circle for Vasilia. Across the line with Fisher. Vasilia dropped it back. Kaminsky wheeling down the right side. Looks in front. Centered. Oh, he had the man on the door as it was Zettler. Now the Aeros turn it around 3-on-1. If they hustle, Krupke with LaRose. Krupke right in. Center. LaRose stopped by MacArthur. Sliding over at the last moment as Krupke centered one. It might have gone off Janine, and MacArthur had to be alert otherwise. LaRose was there to get another chance to jump on a loose puck and score. Off as it's Jeff Sharples, and they'll set a power play over, as we mentioned, as Krupke came out of the box, and teams at even strength. Here come the Grizzlies out at center with a point. Across the line with Chris Winnis. Dropped it back. Rogers snapshot went wide of the net. Carries near side. Winnis, who played with the Fort Wayne Comets for a spell last season. Now Jakes. He'll move to center ice. Jakes rolled it into the Utah zone. Out of the net, MacArthur slides it to Sharples. The Grizzlies bring it up, pulled the point. Hands it over to Rogers. Rogers across the line, dropped it for LaPointe, sent it back. Rogers was in there, it went behind him though, and the Aeros turn it around. Schuchuk moves it ahead, it was in the skates, and Bowler goes back to regroup. Bill Bowler gives to Mark Freer. Freer will bring it across the Utah blue line. Freer lost it, and it's cleared back at center ice. 5 minutes to go in the first, and a 1-0 Aero lead. Winnis down the right side, tied up by Straub, and a penalty they're going to call on Brian Straub here, a delayed call, and the Aeros need to touch that puck. Lever's in the corner. Finally, it's controlled by the Aeros, and an interference call coming up when we return. The Aeros with a 1-0 lead. Hold on here. What do you want to do about radio then? Will they join us? Good, thanks.
I think it's on Dauber.
No, oh, is it?
For the slash.
I missed it.
No.
I thought Straub hooked him, but they're going to... I think the penalty's on Dauber, guys. I don't know if you see it on the replay. Hooked him. Or interfered with him.
Sure. You know what? They have number 4. I'm not quite sure.
We'll get it in a second here. I thought it was Straub, but it must have been behind the play. I missed it, Paulie. How about Paul on the replay, catching him out of the box? Perfect. We got the bet. We got the 8. If there was anything higher than 8, we'd have it.
We do have the 18.
I almost said great camera work by Paul Bykowski and Tim Sullivan, but I didn't want to get tapped, Paulie. What do you want coming back, Timmy, here? Do you have the penalty? One nothing. The Aeros lead it, but it's Gord Krupke in the box, not Brian Straub.
Yeah, we're going to see the penalty right here. Gord Krupke in front of the net.
Oh, okay.
Takes down the Grizzly, and that will get you 2 minutes anytime.
Interference. Krupke back in the box. And again, the Aeros playing with a little bit of fire right now. This is the third power play, and Dave Tippett wanting to, be concerned about the discipline factor. They didn't have the problem last night, but 3 first period penalties. Here's Nordberg, cuts it down, intercepted her.
A lot of ice time tonight.
Kaminsky, what a goal he had last night. He gave the Grizzlies a 4-2 lead heading into the second intermission. Face-off controlled by Houston, 22 to go on the power play, and it's controlled by Hurlbut. Pass right side, shoot shot. It's quickly cleared out at center ice. Lamb retreats to his own blue line, and he'll move it up ice. Lamb, the cross-ice pass, picked up by Hurlbut. He'll slice it into Utah territory, but they say the Aeros are offside with 5 seconds remaining, actually 6 seconds remaining, in the Andre Vasiliev high-sticking penalty.
Dave Tippett was instructing the Aeros today that when they do get the puck down deep on the power play, they want to get point shots to start with. Then after they establish that point shot, then work it down low to Bill Bullard, Guy LaRose, and guys like that. Then they can work it down low. That play will open up after you get those good long shots from the point men.
Face-off at center with 6 seconds left to Vasiliev. Lamb to take the face-off as Hurlbut and Krupke occupy the points. And now who starts early? Lamb starts early, and I guess that means Guy LaRose to take the face-off against Kaminsky. Top of the puck, and the Aeros win it. Krupke. Hurlbut, rather. Out of my dreams. Shoots it in. Sharples is there. He's tied up by Townsend. Puck sliced away. And here come the Utah Grizzlies. Vasiliev rolled it across for Kaminsky, trying to get in across the line. He's pushed off the puck. Hurlbut in there, tied up by Kaminsky. Now Vladimir Orzhov looks in front, shakes off a check, shoots, and he let a backhander go just wide. Jan Kaminsky, base of the circle, cuts one in there, give it to Orzhov. Orzhov, right side, sends one in. That's blocked by Krupke, and the Aeros are able to clear it. Graham Townsend, worked on by Orzhov. He's hauled down, no call, play moves on. And the Grizzlies have it. It's back to center ice. Fisher trying to find Orzhov. He's worked on by Townsend. And now Orzhov is taken down by Townsend. Crowd wanting a penalty. So Vladimir Orzhov and Graham Townsend in a little bit of a battle right now. 16 seconds to go in the period. Aeros with a 1-0 lead. Yo, left side, trying to roll it ahead. It goes into Utah territory. And back is Deneen, and the Grizzlies move it around, and it's back up and out at center and into the arrow end, and that should do it for the first period. Straub is back, and the horn sound ending period number 1. So the Aeros degrees, beautiful day. Yeah, whatever. All right, we're back to action. Teams are at 5 aside to start this second period. Aeros with a 1-0 lead. Is in the arrow end. Dobson, he defends the goal to our left, rolled it along the boards. Rogers knocked it down, turned with a quick shot, and Dobson, the glove save, and he will hold on. 17 seconds gone in this second period.
Mike Hurlbut is talking to Rob Dobson. There was a little lack of communication there. Mike Hurlbut was behind the net. Rob Dobson got there. There was no communication. Rob Dobson shot it around the board and had the shot come back at him. He said, hey, I better freeze this and have a talk with Mike Hurlbut. And I'm sure that he's saying, well, let's just communicate a little better out here on the ice.
Graham Townsend, who gets ready for this face-off. Not a goal yet tonight, but for some reason you just think maybe he's going to be around there when the time comes.
He has another point, though, tonight.
Off the face-off. Grizzlies have a long wrist shot and another glove save. Jeff Sharples made by Rob Dobson. Houston has a very active youth hockey program, and the Houston Junior Aeros Hockey Association has programs for teams ranging from beginning to travel competitive. Boys and girls ages 4 to 17. 1996-97 season is just now underway, but it's not too late to sign up for a team. For more information, call 855-PUCK. That's 855-PUCK. Face off to the left of Dobson. Now on the point, getting ready to take the draw, and he'll be moved out of the circle.
And hopefully, in a few years, the Aeros will have a homegrown player from Houston being developed in the minor hockey system.
Yeah.
How would that be for a Houstonian to play for the Aeros?
Another Colin Chin in the making. Here is Krupke. Fired one off skates. It took a weird hop. He threw it right off Grizzlies' skates. And now the Grizzlies turn the point. Center, the bouncing puck that just missed Rogers. And it's scooped away by LaRose and down the ice. No icing, as they say. Zettler could have played it. Hustling back is Rod Miller. And he'll give to Zettler. Zettler moved it out at center, and Claude Lapointe is there. Gives it to Vasiliev. Vasiliev across the line. Center one is in skate, and Dobson, using sonar, Doppler, GPS, and what other locating system he could have, finds that puck, and he counters up and holds on.
Very alert by Rob to pounce on that puck. It was in about 5 skates, and right here you can see it's in all the skates. No one knows where it is except Rob Dobson, who's very focused tonight. And some nights that happens. You just get so focused. And Rob Zettler, who played with Dave Tippett and Mark Lamb in the Philadelphia Flyers, was Dave Tippett's roommate.
Yeah, I'm sure they had a few stories to tell, eh? Now off the draw, the Aeros have it. Shuchuk motors to center. Back down into the Utah zone, and Levers will turn. Levers to Marinucci. That's knocked away. Now the Grizzlies turn. Right side, Denis to Marinucci. That's knocked to center, and here come the Aeros Shuchuk. It's picked up by Utah. Now Levers at his own blue line. Looked on by Jakes. Puck loose at center, and the Grizzlies will turn. And that is offsides, and play is whistled down. And you look at Bill Fuller, and a guy that Dave Tippett really counting on him after holding out, trying to get that NHL bid. And he had a pretty good first game against San Antonio, but looking for a little stronger effort from what we saw last night.
And his first period was much better tonight. Bill Fuller was more involved in the play, and we've said that word a lot tonight, more involved. That is what Dave Tippett wants from his Aeros. He wants them to be more involved, more aggressive, without taking penalties.
By the way, we should mention scratches tonight as the Aeros with a few here. Al Conroy back at home. We want to wish him well with the severed thigh muscle. We hope he will be back in the lineup soon. He's about another 4 to 5 weeks away. And Gord Donnelly suspended for a game, and then the next 2 against San Antonio, so he's out tonight. And Miles O'Connor not feeling well, and he is back, I think, at the hotel. Hopefully he's feeling a little bit better. Puck is in the Utah zone. Sheba Turkin trying to clear. Yo knocked it down. It came back behind the net, and Gord Denis is there. Denis behind the net, met by Valasevic. That scoop to the line. Jake's held it in. He's got Yo in front. Lets the shot go. MacArthur blocker save. Yo turns. Hits the post. And the rebound is knocked away. Are you kidding me? AT&T, the line is ringing, and it was the sound of the pipe. And there was MacArthur to hold on to it.
Al May just missed a glorious opportunity. I believe he rang it off the post. What a great play just to get it on the net. Steve Jakes shoots it from the point, directs it at Mark MacArthur, and there's Al May in front creating havoc again.
I think Yo's the guy that hit
And Mike Yo is the one, and Al May takes that extra swipe. Yo put it off the post. It goes back to Steve Jakes. Steve Jakes just wants to get it on the net. It hits a bunch of people in front, and it ends up on Mike Yo's stick. You are correct, and he bats it right off the post. What a great look there. And Al May said, I want to take another whack at it also.
Now off the face-off, Sharples is there for Utah, but the puck turned around. Aeros trying to cut in there. Bowler fighting for it, but Aldoff came away with it, and the Grizzlies scamper to center. Nordberg to Levers across the line. And that's pushed away. Marinucci trying to push one ahead, and it's taken by the Aeros and Shuchuk. He'll move to center ice. Give it to Freer. Fired it into the Grizzlies zone. It rests behind that first one there. Called off, given a rough ride by Shuchuk. But now Nordberg takes over. Here comes Marinucci to center. Across the arrow line. Dropped it back. Levers is right in that goal. Shoots. And Dobson got a piece of it. The puck just trickled wide of the net. Just missed. And now it is Nordberg behind the net. Run into by Mark Freer. And the Aeros come away with it. Here they come in transition. Shuchuk to center. Give to Bowler. Across the line. Bowler cutting in on goal. Didn't find a man to pass to. Bowler sets up. Right side centered. And LaRose trying to take a poke at it. LaRose behind the net. Shuchuk sends it back. It's in front. But the Grizzlies come away with it. And they are out at center in force. Marinucci dumps the puck in. And Dobson will slow and Lamb will play it. Mark Lamb. Out at center. LaRose had his head down for a second as Zettler wanted to tag him, but didn't get much but a shoulder on him. Scraped him off the play, though. Now Lamb in the Utah zone for Houston. Looped it behind the net. Here's Zettler, though, and Zettler takes over for Utah. And here come the Grizzlies. Rogers. A pass knocked down by Hurlbutt, and it's back to center. Rob Zettler. And it came out to the point. And it's shot in, but that's knocked away. And Andrei Vasiliev turns at center ice, and now Zettler.
The Aeros with 3 people back again. They're playing very well defensively.
LaPointe dumps the puck in. And it's tipped away, and we got a whistle. We got a penalty coming up. We'll sort it out when we return. Well, for a little more leverage, let's try the leverage right after this. But remember, one's got the bad lid. Yeah. Can I have Levers coming back? Talk about. Could stand to lose a pound or 8 or 10.
That's some incentive.
All right, Sharples off the faceoff. Starts the fourth power play. Shot right on Dobson. Bobbled it. It was kicked away. Now the puck back to Sharples. Quick pass to Aldoff. Sends it back. Sharples getting set left point. Pulls the trigger right on Dobson. Save rebound. Vasiliev is right there. And Dobson will cover up. And he will hold on. As Vasiliev crashing the net. But Rob Dobson is there with 15 seconds gone in the LaRose penalty. 4 minutes gone in the second period. Aeros lead at 1-0.
Jeff Sharples with that great snapshot from the point starts the whole entire play. Dobson puts it to the side, and Vasiliev was right there. Dauber look at that shot. You can see the whip in his blade. He shoots it so hard, and Vasiliev is right there.
That looks like one of your DCIs that Neil Wilson set you up, one of those flex shafts.
Well, I had to go to the extra firm shaft with my swing.
Come on. Are you kidding me or what? Oh, brother. Your golf club should say Bauer on it. Here's the puck controlled by Sharples. Now it's shot at center. Aldoff across the line, trying to cut in on the power play. Aldoff getting set, and he'll set up the power play. Nice play by Aldoff. Just kind of ring around the Rosie, I guess, or whatever you call it. He set that up. Now a minute 18 on the power play. Aldoff top of the slot, winding, shooting, puck deflected. It'll tear him off the board. Then out at center.
He was like in the ice capades there, he was skating so much.
Well, sometimes that's all you need to set up the power play. LaPointe through the neutral zone, across the line, trying to slide through a couple of Aero checks. Straub with him, stride for stride. Battle in the corner, it's in skates. Fished out by Straub, but Rogers is there. Rogers got it back to the line, now Sharples. LaPointe turns it around with 45 to go in the power play, but Sharples couldn't hold it in. And the puck goes out of play, and that should bring a face-off back to center with 5 minutes gone in the second period. Aeros with a 1-0 lead.
Very good job by the penalty killers tonight, by the Aeros. And Al May is going to get a chance out there now to play a little penalty kill himself.
Now a face-off out of center. Dave Tippett, he's made it clear that his specialty teams, not as much penalty killing as it is his power play. A lot of times you see teams with 2 lines for the power play, 2 set units. But he says, we really don't have a set unit. We go with a bunch of different options. It's not as viable now with Al Conroy up before you get him back on the lineup.
Especially at this altitude, it works out great. You can keep everyone fresh.
Off the draw, the Grizzlies back in their own end. They've got half a minute to go in the man advantage. Puck came in, Marinucci. Marinucci cut it over Norberg. Right in, shoots, stops, and save, rebound! Center, the shot, terrific stop by Hurlbut, and Dobson covers up Hurlbut. I'm not so sure Dobson knew where it was the first time. I know I didn't. And Mike Hurlbut, a terrific save.
A la Gord Donnelly sliding out there, doing the 2-pad stack, and this is a dangerous play. Rob Dobson holding his ground. Rebound comes back out, and look at that save by Mike Hurlbut. What a great 2-pad stack in goalie terms.
Did he learn that from you?
Well, no, I don't think he learned. He must have been watching Dauber. And watch this play. Rob Dobson in solid position there, standing up, no place to go. And then there's the save by Mike Hurlbut. Wow, that is a game saver right there.
Off the draw, Grizzlies have it. I thought that moved out at center. It did, and that'll bring a face-off back down into the Grizzly end.
Gord Denis was trying to sneak one there, Adam. It was out, and he's going to argue a little bit, but that puck was past the blue line. Tried to sneak one away and get it back in deep. Gord Denis, who makes his home in the summer up in the Adirondack area. His brother Pete lives also on the lake.
And Peter, you know, he has, in his spare time, an unbelievable windsurfer. Loves to windsurf.
And he said today he has all the Denis brothers windsurfing.
Yeah, yeah. He even let me try it. Can you imagine that? Pete said he had never laughed so hard in his life watching me windsurf.
Well, I can imagine if I had a motorboat, I would have been sitting clear of you.
No kidding. Now the puck was shot. It was funny. I was able to get downwind, but Pete says, now try and go back upwind. Not going to happen. Now the puck control lead was locked at LaRose, chipped it ahead and came out at center as the power play is over. Kings at 5 aside. Denis, right wing forward. Sends it ahead, Marinucci across the line. Marinucci sends one back to Nordberg. That's chipped away. Lamb is in there. Can he get it out there? No, but it jumped on by Hurlbut, and he'll meander out at center. Across the line, LaRose. LaRose trying to cut in. That was poked away by Settler. And the Aeros turn it down. Aeros with just 5 shots on goal. They have yet to put one on unofficially here, they say. In the second period as the puck goes along the board. And play halted. 13:39 to go in the second period. Aeros lead it on D. LaRose's second of the year. Kupke and Townsend getting the assist on that back in period number 1. Well, as you may or may not remember, the Aeros revealing their mascot back opening night. And now you can be involved with naming the Houston Aeros mascot. All you have to do is check out your Houston Chronicle for more information on how you can enter into the Name the Mascot contest. Great prizes are at stake, so pick up a copy of the Houston Chronicle and let's give that crazy canine a name. And no, we're not giving it the name you said last night. What was that dumb name?
It was Bosco. I grew up with boxers, and they're both Bosco.
Yeah, nice originality. Bosco 1, Bosco 2, Bosco. No. Come up with something better than that.
Yeah, it doesn't work, does it?
No. Vladimir Orzhov centered a puck in the Aero zone, but it missed everybody. It's back out at center ice. Aldov sends it to Sharple, and the Grizzlies bring it ahead. Fisher across the line. Fisher met by Kupke. Fisher shook off the check, though. Fisher turning, shooting. Dobson saving, rebound in front, and Dobson picking up the loose puck again, and he will lunge on top of it, and he will hold on to it with his 11th save of the night.
I was just going to say, before that play happened, we have not said Fisher that much in the telecast tonight. Then as soon as, look what happens. He gets away from Gord Krupke, walks out. Rob Dobson squares up, makes a very good save, and then has to be very alert on the rebound and just pounces on the puck.
So a face-off to the right of that guy, Rob Dobson.
And those are the new goalie gloves that he's wearing this year. They're Coho, and they are fabulous. I put them on today, and they are fabulous. They're broken in perfect, and he's in love with them.
Well, and so he should be at this point. Jakes in his own end off the face-off, and he'll move it up ice for the Aeros, who lead it 1-0. And it's pushed down at center, but Miller reversed it. Yo took it away. Yo dumped the puck in, and MacArthur will slow it. And it's controlled by Utah. Rob Zettler. And move it up through the neutral zone, missing Vladimir Orjog. If he would have found him, it would have been a two-line pass, though. And the puck goes back to the Utah end. Zettler dodging an Alan Maychek. Here's Frank Fisher, pushed by Valasevic. Aeros hold it in. Yo trying to move it down as Alan May getting tied up a little bit with Mark MacArthur. But Zettler pushed it along the boards, and now a big hit as Valasevic took Orjog to the boards. Puck is trickling toward the Aero end, and Fisher with a 6'3" and long reach able to lunge it into Aero territory. Here's Jakes. They'll give it over to Straub. Cranked it into the Utah zone. Puck along the boards. Aeros trying to hold it last. Couldn't have been poked away by Kaminsky. Stumbling to center, and the Aeros have it. Pearl, but back in his own end. 12:10 to go in the second. Aeros with a 1-0 lead as Straub cranked it in there. Pad save made by MacArthur. Grizzlies trying to clear it. It came up over the glass and into the Aero bench. Timeout on the ice. Aeros lead at 1-0. We'll be back to the Delta Center right after this. NFL. Shots 15-6 in favor of the Grizzlies. And the Aeros, though, playing another strong period if they can keep it going. This is about the point last night that they ran into a little bit of trouble by the name of Andre Vasiliev. And he's out there right now. Here's a puck that is centered, and MacArthur getting a stick on it. Into the corner, Townsend fights for it. Townsend cuts right in. Can't get a shot away. And Shabbat Turkin rolled it out of harm's way, but LaRose turned it back down for Lamb. Lamb behind the net. Center, Townsend shoots. And that was blocked by Vladimir Shabbat Turkin. He's unloaded on by LaRose. LaRose can't find a handle, and Shabbat Turkin cleared it out at center ice for Vasiliev. His pass for Rogers. Right in on goal. The point. Shoot. And that caught a skate of Slayer Sears. Aeros over skate. And now it is LaRose. Reversed it along the boards. And it's jumped on by Houston. Sears was crushed into the boards. Harder, and Sears might have become J.C. Penney. Now the puck picked up by the Aeros and right back out at center. And we've got a penalty coming up. An elbow minor. We'll see who it's on. It might be on LaRose. If not, it might be on...
Well, we're going to see this here. That was LaPointe's hit. That was a good hit. That was the good. Rogers' hit was not a good hit.
Had the elbow up just a little bit. They nailed him for elbowing. He's in the box.
It's kind of funny. Last night I heard during the game, waste management boxes. I know it's bad to go in there, but it's even more of a stinker now.
Face-off out at center. Aeros with power play opportunity number 2 on the night. They're 0 for 1 on the man advantage. Straub and Lamb on the points. Graham Townsend with Mark Freer and Bill Bowler, your forwards. Here comes Bill Bowler. He'll lead the rush from left to right. Now Lamb gives to Freer. He cuts it. He's hauled down. And a 2-man advantage coming up for the Aeros as Freer scoots by Zettler. And the Aeros now will have a 2-man advantage for 1:41. And this is a key moment in the hockey game.
What a great play by Mark Freer just to keep his feet driving to the net, forcing the call, hooking. We're going to get a good look here. First off, a great pass. Mark Freer moving his feet. Rob Zettler grabs him at the waist and hauls him down. And that's a penalty anytime. You can watch Zettler gets him right around the waist, almost like you put a rope around him.
So now the Aeros, who lead it 1-0, and will get a crack on a 2-man advantage. They will stay with Mark Freer, but now they'll bring out Shuchuk and Townsend with Lamb and Hurlbut.
I think you're going to see Graham Townsend park his 6'3", 225-pound body right in front of the net to cause traffic and interference.
Well, Gord Dineen is out there for the Grizzlies giving directions to Jeff Sharples and Claude Lapointe. Brad Davis, the referee, says, okay, let's go. Face off right side of MacArthur.
He's saying is that, hey, you guys practice this. You guys know what you're doing. You don't need to take this break.
5-on-3 for 1:41. If the Aeros score before the 1:41, they would stay on the power play. Now off the face-off. Aeros fighting for it in skate. Went to the corner. Freer is there. Freer battling in there with Gord Dineen. Now loosened up by Shuchuk. Aeros set up. Here's Hurlbut. He winds. Makes the shot. Now sets up the Lamb. Aeros have some time. They can be somewhat patient here. Here's Shuchuk. One-time shot. MacArthur was there to make the save. Shuchuk to Lamb. Sets up top of the slot. Now over to Hurlbut. One-time shot. MacArthur save. Rebound. Freer was there, but he couldn't get it up. And it's on the back of the net. They fight for it. Hurlbut pinching in there. It's kicked away by the Grizzlies. Sharp was going to go down the ice.
Very good shots by the Aeros. Those one-timers off the side. Very good high percentage shots.
Now it is Mark Lamb at center. Aeros have 57 to go on the 2-man advantage. Shuchuk across the line with Valasevic. Drops a pass for Lamb. Lamb getting set on the power play. Moves point for Hurlbut. Hurlbut to Lamb. Top of the slot. 45 on the 2-man advantage. Hurlbut shoots. That just missed. That might have hit the post. Now Lamb again sets up on the power play. Lamb working in. Now to Shuchuk. He shoots. MacArthur was there. Lapointe back to along the board. And now it is Guy LaRose. Back to the line for Lamb. Sets up. Over to Hurlbut. Mike Hurlbut, top of the slot. Has the cannon. Instead goes to Shuchuk. Gary Shuchuk. Right or left circle. Now to the right circle. Lamb cuts in. Floats it to Shuchuk. Can't pull the trigger. Hurlbut. His pass intercepted by Sharples. Aeros are moving the puck, but aren't getting into the good scoring lanes. Lamb, right side with 12 to go in the 2-man advantage. Here's the puck. Chance for LaRose. It came back to the line. Hurlbut held it in at a right point. Hurlbut getting sent. Rolled it over. Here is Shuchuk to the line. Lamb, 2-man advantage is over. Lamb, this shot. Deflected, hit the post. Rebound, and MacArthur is there. And then LaRose got in there. MacArthur. I will return.
What a shot by Mark Lamb just to get it on the net. He took that good little wrist shot. Next thing you know, it's going off the post.
How many have they hit tonight?
I would say that we've had 5 posts tonight. The goalies are going to be giving them big wet kisses pretty soon.
I don't know.
Watch this shot by Mark Lamb. Just a good wrist shot on the net, off the post. And, oh, Valasevic was on the spot. Look at Guy LaRose trying to dig for that loose puck.
Yeah.
You can see between the legs there of Guy LaRose, and that was not a bad play by him at all to be in there trying to bring it out. Mark MacArthur's been very sharp.
Face off left of MacArthur as the crowd getting set. Trying to turn on the troops. 12 left in the power play package. Straub lets the shot go. Miller knocked Al May down. Al May kicked it back to the line, and the Grizzlies have killed off a 2-man advantage for 1:41. And now a whistle and an offsides call. They're going to bring the face-off back down into the Aeros zone.
Very good job by the Grizzlies on the 5-on-3. They were giving up the one-time shot, but they were clearing the front of the net. It was so tough to get rebounds. Rogers is going to go take a break now. He came over from Vegas last year. Very good player, hard-nosed player. I believe he was at NHL camp and then was sent down in Kaminsky. Oh, you talk about shots. Can he shoot that puck off the wing?
Just missed in the first period, but had a terrific goal last night. Face-off left of Rob Dobson as Kaminsky prepares to take the draw against Bill Bowler. Bowler wins the draw, snapped it back to Jakes. It came to Yo. Back to the line, Rod Miller held it in. Here's a shot deflected. I think that hit a skate. Fisher tried to redirect it. You've got to keep an eye on the Grizzlies now. Always watch the team that kills off a two-man advantage. It gives them such a lift.
Well, it just gives them so much momentum, and that's what we saw there. They win the draw, and they get the good shot on Rob Dobson.
Now Bowler tries to dig the puck out of Utah territory along the boards. Jake shoveled it down for Yo. Mike Yo over to Almay. Behind that center. Bowler right in, but he had to roll off his stick. Now it is Yo again, getting set, base of the circle. Yo for Bowler, cuts it back. Here's Yo, over to Bowler, who's knocked down right off the puck. Zettler trying to clear. Loose puck, and Zettler will try it again. 8:10 to go in the second. 1-0, Aeros leading. Rod Miller to Jakes, had it intercepted. Now Alan May wanted to get a shot away, had his stick partially lifted. And it's Fisher that clears it out at center. Orjog in a foot race with Straub. Straub got there in a battle with Vladimir Orjog. It came to Fisher, right in on goal, wrap around, and Dobson was there. The puck is tied up along the board. Well, Rob Dobson got there nicely. Now it is Lamb who will turn to the corner and feather a pass, not out though. Held in by Aldov. Second effort held in by Aldov. Third effort is cleared, and the Aeros were able to move it up ice, but rejected by the Grizzlies.
The pace has really picked up in the last 2 minutes.
Even more so after the two-man advantage was killed off by Utah. It has definitely picked up. Townsend looped into the corner. He's tied up by LaRose. Poked back to the line, and Marinucci will scamper to center. Here comes Leader across the line. Hits the line. Marinucci trying to get in there. Hupke took it away. Will smack it off the block. Sharples. Forecheck by Clear. Flushed out by Shuchuk nearly. Oh, that's a near dangerous play.
Really dangerous play. That's a play made by a confident player.
Here's a shot whistled wide by LaPointe. It came to Vasiliev. Keep your eye on him. Vasiliev to the corner. Moves it back down. Vasiliev is in there. We've got a penalty coming up. Another penalty. It's going to be, I believe, to Eric Kluche for knocking LaPointe down. We've got a whistle. We'll sort everything down up when we return. 6:30 to go in the second period. Aeros with a 1-0 lead. We'll be right back. Sounds of La Macarena, a song that just doesn't want to die. The score is 1-0. Don't forget to join Houston's best coverage of high school football on High School Football 51, Saturdays at 11 p.m. and Sundays at 11:30 a.m. on Houston's own KNWS. So that's coming up right after tonight's hockey game.
I believe the reason that song does not want to die is the mascots love it.
Oh, it's one of those songs that I just wish would just fade away. Off the face-off, Grizzlies have it. Sharples long shot, made it to Dobson, and that save is tougher than maybe it first looks, as not only did he have Rogers cutting in front of him, I'm not so sure Jakes was in front of him as well.
There was lots of traffic in front of Rob Dobson, and both power plays are using the same philosophy. Get the puck on the net, and they're all using good wrist shots, and Jeff Sharples, who has a great wrist shot, gets it here, and he just blasted through all the traffic. Rob Dobson on top of his crease catches it with that big new glove of his.
Face off right side of Dobson. Puck is picked up by Jakes. Now rolled over, far side, Aldoff. Jams it into the corner. Vasiliev is behind the net. Vasiliev trying to move one. He digs it out. Watch him. It came back to the line. Here's Aldoff. It's the shot. Now Sharples cuts it on the power play. Shot right on Dobson. Save. Vasiliev trying to center it. It went off the skate to the point. And Freer jumps on the loose puck. And he'll roll it down the ice. MacArthur comes out of the net. And he'll slide it along the boards. And Rod Aldoff is there.
The Aeros make another quick change. They're going to try to quick change tonight on the penalty killing.
Yeah, Dave Tippett definitely want to keep it a short shift. And now, here's a shot. That went off MacArthur. I'm not so sure he's hearing church bells from the Tabernacle Choir right off the head there. The puck goes to the far side. The point jammed to the wall. Straub centered one. Straub, did he center that? Straub had that puck, and I don't know if that was deflected or off a Grizzly stick. And Mark MacArthur,
he's hurt, Adam. That was a hard slap shot in the forehead. Watch this shot. You want to be a goalie, kids? No, you don't want to be a goalie. That hurt.
Hey, and I'll tell you what. We got to talk to Trey Wilkins right now. Neil Wilkins, little kid. We want to say hi to him. This kid wants to be a goalie. No. Have you seen him be a defenseman?
Yes.
You know, you talked about Houston-born guy. Kid's what, 9, 10 years old? No, he's like 8 or 9. And he wants to be a goalie, like Mark MacArthur. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I know, and he's a great little player. So we're going to have to get some video of that shot and send it, because Mark MacArthur, maybe we'll have Mark give him a call. So you want to be a goalie? Take a look at that.
Off the draw, Grizzlies have it. Here is Zettler, still on the power play, which has a minute remaining. Uche is in the box serving it. Now the puck picked up by Fisher. Scooped it to Kaminsky. He had Vladimir Orzhov in front, but instead goes to Zettler. Bryant fakes the shot, jammed it to the corner for Orzhov. In there was Straub trying to get it out of it. Fisher dug it out. It came out along the side of the net for Orzhov. Vladimir Orzhov trying to cut in there for the Grizzlies. It's a loose puck. That hit the post. Unbelievable. I feel like I'm at a horse race. We've had so much post time tonight. Now the puck picked up by Zettler. To Denis. Kicked ahead. Fisher lost it. It's back out at center. It's back to the near side. Orzhov is there. And then Orzhov was framed from behind by, I believe, Gord Krupke on the near boards, and that'll halt play. He's a little slow to get up.
Orzhov with the long hair. You cannot miss him out on the ice, Adam. He has those long, flowing locks. That's that Czech thing.
It must be.
Long hair. Well, this is a tough hit. You watch this hit. Oh,
That almost could have been a penalty.
That's almost 2 minutes there.
At least. Wow, Krupke really gave him the two-hander there, but two good things happen. One is Krupke gets away with that hit, but number two, it sends a message.
It sends a great message, and I don't think you're going to see him around the boards that much tonight.
Or at least with Krupke's in the neighborhood. Officer Krupke patrolling the streets. Puck is picked up by the Grizzlies. A shot right on, and Dobson a stick save. Bowler back, couldn't clear as Sharples held it in, and Dobson another glove save, and he will clear it out. And one thing I think Dobson brings a little bit better than Frederick Chabot is stick handling. And now, here's Levers cutting right in. He's alone. And Dobson poke check. The puck is loose. It came back to Aldoff. Dobson saved the day there as Levers was in alone. How good was Dobson with the stick in the last 15 seconds? Puck is picked up by Jakes, and he will move it up and out at center ice. Jakes, right side. Brings it into the Grizzly zone. Sharples will roll it over to Aldoff. He misplayed the puck. And Utah will bang it to the line, not out. Freer shakes off the check. Freer, long shot right on MacArthur's save, and they poke away at it. And MacArthur will hold on, and play is whistled down. Timeout on the ice will do the same. 3:53 to go in the second period, and the Aeros still with that 1-0 lead. Yeah, good game. Dump it into the Grizzly zone. MacArthur slows and leaves it in behind as the shots 20 to 15 in favor of the Grizzlies. Spare Sears in his own end. Reverse the puck to Cup. He smacked it down at center for Valasevic. He's bumped by Vasiliev. Yo trying to bring it ahead. It went into the Utah zone, and Zettler is there. Hits the brakes, and it's jammed to the near side for Andre Vasiliev. Moved out at center for Rod Miller. Boy, now I'm back 2 years. Now to the far corner. Valasevic rolled it along the boards. And there is Alan May. He cleared the line. Miller held it in. Bumped by Yo, and we've got a charging penalty coming up. As May gets in there, Jake's in there.
Very smart play by Al May to grab Jakes. Aeros are going to go on the power play, so. And here we go with the big hit. LaPointe is arguing, but he has nothing to really argue about. He's saying, what's going on here? And here's the big hit. And that's a blindside hit on Al May.
How good has Al May been tonight? Let's put it this way. Yeah, not much in the offensive department, but he's created so much havoc bumping around with Orgeron, bumping around with MacArthur and Claude LaPointe, who's in the box right now. Al May has had a great game getting under guys' skin, and he's making them take penalties.
Exactly. Al May's played very well. And then at the end of that play, he grabbed Steve Jakes and said, hey, Jakes, let's not get 2 minutes here. It's very important. It's very important that the Aeros go on the power play. So he grabbed him. He showed the leadership.
Fourth power play of the night for the Aeros. Bowler, Townsend, Freer with Lamb and Straub. Marinucci with Nordberg, Zettler, and Deneen defensively. Off the face-off, the Aeros will set up on the power play. They still lead it 1-0.
Huge power play for the Aeros to get that huge momentum going into the third period.
Freer dropped it for Bowler. And it's jammed back to the line. Straub. He's got Lamb far side. Back. Straub. Winding. Shooting. That just missed. Bowler sets up back to the line for Brian Straub. Lets the shot go. He banged on it, though. Straub again for Lamb to Bowler. And that pass a little too hard for Bowler to handle. The key to watch here is Mark Lamb, how good he is at the half boards. Bowler sends to Lamb. Winding. Shooting. MacArthur saving. And he'll hold on.
Just as you announced, Mark Lamb, who gets the puck with a great shot. Mark Lamb, near the half board, blasts the shot on Mark MacArthur. He gobbles it up like a big pie. That doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
And here's the shot. Mark Lamb blasts the puck into the midsection. All the goalies in the IHL are playing very similar this year, in that they're all getting down low, a la Patrick Waugh, who's one of the best ever.
Mark MacArthur
From Peterborough, Ontario, same place as Mark Freer.
He's faced 16 shots tonight, stopped 15 of them. And a face off to his right. Top of the puck. Aeros have it. Hurlbutt with 1:18 on the power play. Scoots it over to Lamb. Shot deflected wide. Picked up by Bowler. Centered it out in front. Townsend turns. Can't get the shot away. That was a nifty play by Bowler. Townsend to Hurlbutt. Back to Townsend at the half boards, left side. And Townsend, Hurlbutt. One-time shot deflected. Here's Lamb in front. He tried to snap one back. He looked more like a center. Trying to snap the ball back to a quarterback and nearly caught MacArthur. Now the puck picked up by the Grizzlies, and they're out at center. Here they come shorthanded. Rogers across the line. Rogers centers. The shot deflected by Freer. Sharple bumped by Freer on the corner. Kaminsky's in there, and play is whistled down. 1:39 to go in the second period. 1-0. The Aeros lead it. A reminder to stay with us in the second intermission. We'll have a news update for you, and we will chat with Gord Donnelly, who is sitting out tonight.
Gord Donnelly's going to come up, and Mark Freer there, his hustle getting back. It was going to be a 2-on-1. Mark Freer gets back and ends up being a 3-on-3. Those are the intangibles that win hockey games, those little things.
And Dave Tippett talked about it in his interview with Mark Freer and how good that he's really played this year. You know, had the off year last year, but he's now coming into his own, and I think a lot of it has to be attributed to the size he's put on.
Well, the size, and we also discussed about his stick. He's changed his blade on his stick. He's got a little fatter blade, and he finds that it helps his velocity.
Here's Hurlbutt off the face-off. Power play down to half minute. LaRose scooping into the zone. Jammed it down to Shuchuk. Shuchuk to LaRose. Now Shuchuk trying to battle in there with Rob Miller. It's picked up by the Grizzlies. Rogers will clear it out at center ice. Dobson comes out to slow it, and Jakes will play it. Steve Jakes stumbled. He was able to get up and move it to Mike Hurlbut, who frames it into the Utah Grizzlies zone. MacArthur played it. Power plays down to 3 seconds, and that will do it. Back out on the ice comes Claude LaPointe. Shuchuk chased it down in the far corner. He's got Zettler on his case. Balasevic trying to shake off a check, and now it is Jakes. Motors down the left side, looks in front. Jakes hits the break, sends to LaRose behind the net. Here's LaRose, base of the circle, centered. Here's a shot by Balasevic, and it hit a skate. It's Shuchuk, trickled down to MacArthur. MacArthur holds on with 41 seconds to go in the second, and the Aeros with a 1-0 lead.
Both teams tonight are getting so much traffic in front of the goalie. I don't know how many times we've said about it's off a skate, it's off a post. Shuchuk there, who's got to see in Al Conroy's absence. And here we're going to see it wheeling out from behind the net. LaRose, he gets it out front. Look at all the feet in front of MacArthur. He's going, let me just pounce on it.
Face off in the Grizzly zone to the left of Mark MacArthur. Lamb against Brent Levers. Top of the puck, Levers wins the draw. We're at 5 aside. And Vasiliev trying to clear, but it's jumped on by Levers. He'll scamper to center with Vasiliev across the line. Levers moving in, sharp angle shot, and it's wide of the net. Sedin pinching right side, sends it back behind the cage. Aeros looking maybe just to get it out of the zone here and get out with a 1-0 lead if they can. Sharples held, but they're going to call that offside and play whistle down. Alamé saying, hey, that should be intentional, but Heisman says no.
Jeff Sharples played in the National Hockey League as an 18-year-old and was with the Detroit organization. And when he was involved with the Detroit organization, the Red Wings, he got into the Little Caesar pizza chain and had 4 Little Caesars pizza in Vancouver. Actually, when I lived in Vancouver, Jeff had one about 2 blocks away.
Yeah, you were never down there, were you?
Yeah, that wasn't good news.
He let you cook a few, which scares me.
Here's the puck shot on. It never made it to Dobson. Levers turning now. Cuts to the slot. Levers with some room. Shoots. And that went just wide of the net. 9 seconds to go in the period. The puck comes to the near side. In behind the net. It's Vasiliev as the net becomes dislodged. And the crowd thought that was kind of hilarious. What does that feel like? The net is heavy, but what does that feel like? Dobson not expecting it.
You feel like a little caged animal in there. It falls over on top of you. You're going, geez, now I know how my dog feels in his little cage. And look at this.
Oh, Bosco?
Bosco 3. And there, what happens is that the net is on pegs. We're going to get a good look here with Brian Straub bumping into the back of the net. And the net just pops up, and that's a safety precaution with the pegs. Back in the old days, they did not have that, Adam. Back with the old Aeros.
The Delta Center, and Dave Tippett